If you're a real estate agent who's decided to build your website with WordPress, you're probably wondering which theme should you use. There's so many free versions and paid versions out there, but which one is best for the real estate industry? So that's what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you the theme that I think is the best for the real estate industry. And it's a theme that I personally use for all of my websites and all of my clients' websites. And this comes from somebody who's been in web design for over 15 years. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you the Avada theme. I'm going to show you how to purchase it, how to install it, and go over a quick overview of how to use it so you can start building your real estate website, get more leads, and convert those leads into clients and deals. So let's get started. Hey everybody, it's me, Jacob Shireman, your real estate marketing expert. I have over 15 years of marketing experience specializing in web design and SEO, and I take that experience to help you grow your real estate business. So if you're interested in content like this, subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I release new content like this. And if you're interested in joining my real estate group here inside the Wolfpack at eXp Realty and getting all of my resources and trainings for free, like my real estate website and sales funnel system at no extra cost or split, there's a link below in the description for you to book a call, and I'll show you exactly what your business would look like here at eXp Realty. So let's go ahead and dive into today's topic. This is something that I love after being in website and web design for 15 years, and that is talking about WordPress themes. And today we're going to talk about the Avada theme specifically, and why I've been using this theme for over the last 10 years. And you're probably thinking, oh, you use the same theme for yourself and all your clients, don't your websites look the same? And that's the beautiful thing about this theme. A lot of your free and kind of cheaper paid versions of themes kind of lock you into one look, and the only thing you could really change is maybe the images, the colors, and a little bit of text, but the overall layout stays the same because they are free. They're not going to put a lot of work in there and add a lot of elements that you can use. It's more about just putting your information and your content in there. But that's where I love Avada. Avada allows you to make this theme look like anything. You can create your own custom layouts. You can build as many pages, blogs. They have frequently asked questions, portfolios, anything that you need for your business, and it's versatile across all industries. And they have so many website builder elements, whether it's a image carousel, a banner, a slider, testimonial widgets. There's so many things that you can just drag and drop into place that are already pre-built for you, and you just put your information in. And again, you can make as many layouts, and then you can edit in the back end like widgets, which I'll show you, or you can edit in the front end almost like a Microsoft Word type deal. So what I'm gonna do next is share my screen. I'm gonna show you where you can purchase it. I'm also going to show you how to upload the theme and install it into your WordPress. And if you haven't watched that video on how to install WordPress, you'll watch my previous video where I talk about everything you need to know about using WordPress to build your real estate website. And then once we've installed the theme, I'm going to go over an overview, show you how to add pages, blog posts, make layouts, change some of the options, and customize this theme for your brand and the look and feel that you want. So let's take a look at my screen. All right, now I'm sharing my screen and I'm on avada.com, and this is the WordPress themes website, so you can find out more information about it. And what I love about it is they literally have, you can look at their live visual builder, their header builder. You can kind of see everything in kind of real time. You can see all of the elements that they have, which is super important because these are pre-done for you. You can do an alert element, create a form, so you don't have to use something like JotForm. You can actually just build them right in here. Sliders, you can do blog feeds, breadcrumbs, do buttons, charts, checklist, add code blocks in, add events, you link your Facebook page, galleries, Google Maps. The possibilities are limitless with this. And so you can go through this website and look at everything yourself. One thing I wanted to show you, and this could save you time, you can see all of the website templates they have. They have 96 templates. They usually add some every quarter. So anything from corporate websites to maybe you want to do an e-commerce website, creative type stuff, education, health and beauty, all of those marketing. There are a few kind of real estate similar ones in there. Maybe you just want to do a quick one page to get started until you can actually build this out more. There's plenty of splash pages or one pages in there. A good theme here is like the Avada cleaning services. Even though this is for cleaning services, you can still customize this for real estate. It's just about changing the content in the photos, but it has a good layout and it's one page. As you can see, is when you click the link, it does the automatic scroll to that section. You know, you could put your team. It's already got your team stuff there, contact, put your information. So this is a great theme that's already built. You can just simply import these and then customize them for your business. So to purchase this, we'll just basically click the buy now, and then it'll send you over here to themeforest.net, and then you're going to see this here. So basically, you're going to want to buy a license. It's $69 for one website. So basically, one domain name. You can pay that. You can buy as many as you want. And then once you add that to your cart and purchase it, you'll just check out, and then I'll show you how to download it. You do not need to do the extended support. I've never used this. They still always answer my questions, so save yourself the money. And then once you've purchased it, they're going to either redirect you to downloads, or you just hover over your profile name, click downloads. As you can see, I use these a lot. Bought a lot of licenses for clients and my own personal websites. So to download this, you will just click here on download, and you want to download the installable WordPress file only. You don't need all the documentation. And then you want to download this license certificate and purchase code. So click that. You'll open up a notepad document, a text document, and you're going to look for your purchase code. Okay, and then you're going to copy that. For sake of revealing mine, I'm not going to show you that, but I'll show you where you're going to paste that here shortly. So now that we've downloaded our theme, now we need to import it and install it on our fresh installation of WordPress. So I showed you in my previous video on how to install WordPress with your hosting. So now we are going to install the theme. So we would basically log into whatever your website is, .com, and then /WP-admin. You log in, you come over here to appearance, and then click themes, okay? And this is where you'll see all of your installed themes. So you can click here to add a new theme. You can click add new. And then here's where you can search for free and semi-paid versions of themes. But we're going to upload ours because we downloaded the zip file. So you will click upload. We're going to choose the file. So we're going to come over here to downloads and then click my theme forest file that we downloaded. Make sure you don't unzip it. And then you'll click install now, and it will install that right in front of you. And then once it's installed, we're going to activate it. And then I'll show you the next step here as soon as this uploads. Now, a couple things to note is that there are some required server settings for Avada. So if you experience any problems, you're going to want to go to the documentation over here and go to their help center to look up what the server requirements are. Most are pretty good, but there are usually a few things that you have to change, and I can show you that in another video here in a second. So we're going to say activate. And then once the theme's activated, one thing that you're going to do is you can come over here to status and hover over Avada, click status, and it's going to show you if your server is good. So if you see any green or red things, you're going to need to change those, and they have really good documentation on how to update that in your server. If not, you can reach out to your shared hosting company or your hosting company, and they can help you make those changes to do that. So you see it says unregistered. So we will need to register this. So where we're going to do that is go to the dashboard. And then right here is where you're going to put in your purchase code. So I'm going to quickly put mine in, click register. And now that it's registered, we're there. We're good to go. All right. And then you see right here, it says that we have a patcher to install. So we're going to do that here in a second. But first thing we're going to do is go to the plugin and add-ons. There are two plugins that you have to have when building Avada. So you're going to need Avada Core and Avada Builder. So we're going to install those. They're required. That's why you see that required thing there. So we just installed it. Go back to here, and you can see it's active. And the same thing here. You see how it says required. It's a premium plugin, so that means you have to have the theme activated or it will not allow you to install the builder. So now we've got that installed. We'll say, okay, we're back. And now we have those installed. So there are some other ones that you can install. Filebird is a great thing to install. I'll just go ahead and do that. One thing that's great about this is when you're uploading files or any type of pictures or videos, you can actually categorize them into folders. If you want to upload all your banners to a folder, all of your maybe your profile pictures of yourself, your headshots in a folder, maybe blog thumbnails in a folder, so you can quickly get to something instead of scrolling through hundreds of images. So this is a great thing that they've included. Other things that you could possibly use is WooCommerce. Maybe you want to build an e-commerce site eventually. You can install WooCommerce directly from here. There's an event calendar that's free, as well as Yoast. But like I said in my video, prefer all-in-one SEO, and we'll do a specific video on just that. So we need to update the patcher. So this just means that there's just an update that's available for this, and it tells you what the fix is for. You'll just click apply all patches, and it apply them in the order that is needed. So our theme is installed and working properly. So all of your options for Avada to customize will be over here to the left under Avada. You can see there's options. If you wanted to import your theme, now would be the time to do that. And again, you can filter through your themes. There's all kinds of them. Again, you can click preview and it'll open up a browser window so you can see the theme being previewed. So if you want any of those, you basically say import, and you would have to make sure that whatever is required in that theme is installed and active, and you would want to just say install everything. So you would click import all, import, and you can also remove the content. Maybe you don't like the theme anymore, you want to remove it. You can remove it, but it will remove everything. So if you want to go that route, that's a great way to get started, to kind of take some of the stress off of your plate of picking a design and a layout. So some things we need to do first, let's say we're going to do this on our own. First thing that we're going to come over here is we are going to do options. So after we've gotten our options, this is where we're going to choose and put in our logo. This is where we're going to choose all of our settings for the website itself. So as you can see right here is the first layout. Now we can customize our layout so you can control the site width. I usually go to like 1280. It just depends on the site and the layout you're doing. Do you want it to be wide? So that means it goes edge to edge with your content. Do you want it to be boxed? So box would kind of look like there would be white space here, kind of like over here, and then everything is boxed inside of, you know, a container. So just whatever look and feel you want. But all of that is here. You can look at sidebars, things like that. The next big thing that you would want is responsive. You never really have to edit. So this will automatically make a responsive design for you that will resize automatically for, you know, mobile tablets and things like that. But there are sometimes some adjustments that you have to make for mobile and tablet. And you can create special content just that will only show up for those devices. So here's your colors. This is where you will choose your color scheme. Now, this is the color palette that's default. You can change these. So you can go get the hex code. You can use something like Canva to give you the hex code, which is the color code right here. You can choose it yourself. You can name the colors if you want. And then you're going to choose a primary color. So this is basically your accent color. A lot of times they'll use this for the buttons and everything like that, but you have control over each individual element. So once you've chosen your colors, next thing is we're going to choose our header type. So if you don't want to do a custom layout, you like the way these headers look, where it's just the logo to the left and then your menu, or maybe you want your social media up here and your contact information, you can choose these default headers right here. And then you choose the position. Do you want it to be above or below the banner? So sometimes something like this could go right under your banner. But when you're doing something like this, you kind of want it above the banner image. And then you can choose what is in header content 1. So when we look here, what is in this area? So this would be header content 1, and this would be 2. So social media links. You want navigation, and here's all the, so if you wanted the basically contact info to be in the first one, social media to be in the second one, and then you fill this out and that would update that information that goes in here. And then you would just save changes. You can do header styling. So basically if you want padding, which would be the space in between the top, bottom, right, and left. Do you want the header to be 100% width? So meaning, do you want this to go all the way to the edge to edge, or do you want it to stay within the container area? You would set that. Sticky header would be when you scroll, your menu stays at the top. So you can choose whether you want that as well. And then your menus. What is your main menu? What does it look like? How do you want it to highlight when you scroll over something like this? How that changes colors? Do you want a top bar, a bottom bar, an arrow? Do you want it to be a background color? You really have full choices. So read through these. They tell you what it is you're actually changing. Your logo. So you'll come in here to your logo, and these are basically where your logo is spaced. Is it to the left? Is it centered? Is it right? And then you come in here and you'll upload your logo. So you'll do a default logo area. Usually you don't want this any more than 60 to 80 pixels high. And then a retina will be whatever the size is of this logo, you'll double that size. And that helps with retina for stuff like Apple on the iPhone and things like that. And then you'll have a mobile logo. So you'll want to make that smaller. And then if you want a different logo in the sticky header, when they scroll and it pops up here, you can control all of those as well. And then your fave icon is the little icon that's up here in the tab. You can upload that. They tell you the size right there, and make sure that it's a PNG image as well. So you come here and there's just settings that you can choose from. So page title bar. So every page, do you want it to show the page title bar? I don't. I like to customize the way that that looks. So you can choose that. Do you want it to show breadcrumbs, which is the path to the page? Do you want the page title bar to be 100% width? So you can customize each feature. Same thing with breadcrumbs, sliding bar, your footer. You can come in here and do a basic footer. And I'll show you how to do some custom layouts. You'll set your copyright information. Basically, you're just going to click through here and just adjust each thing. And if you're not sure what each of these elements are, again, back to this site, there is video tutorials on every aspect of these features on how to do it. Typography is another key section. So this is where you would choose your body typography. So basically your font, your body font, your default size, the color, what color a link is if that's not hovered, and then when it's hovered. So maybe if you want your links to stand out, you want them to be blue so people know that that's a link. And then when you hover it, maybe it turns gray. Okay. Same thing with your heading typography. You can choose the size of everything of your H1 headers, all of that, your fonts, all of Google fonts are loaded in here. So you can choose and customize your header and body font as well. There's the blog sections. We're going to do a whole video just on blogs and setting up because it can take, there's a portfolio section, social media icons. You can set those up. Slideshows, your elastic slider, your light boxes when you click on an image and something pops out. Here's all of your form settings that you can change, your search settings if you want to add a search bar for somebody to search through your site and pages and blog. There's some advanced settings that you more than likely won't need. If you know CSS and you want to add some custom CSS, it changed the way things are done, this is where that would go. And then under advanced, the only thing that you would actually use this for is you would come here to code fields. And this is where you would enter more or less your settings for tracking code. So maybe you have Google Analytics and you need to put that in here, you would put that. Maybe you have a Calendly, you're going to embed your Calendly form. This is where that script would go. So anytime you get scripts like maybe from Facebook Pixel, of course there is a plugin for that, but they say copy this in before the header or before the head tag. This is where you would copy and paste that and then say save. And then a few other things. So the Avada Builder elements, this is the place where you're actually going to go through and customize each element that they have. So like if you want to customize your button, you would just click button. And then basically right here, you can see that you can change your button font, the size, the weight. You know, do you want it to be all caps? Do you want it to be, bold, anything like that? And then you can choose your start color. And so you can make it a gradient if you want. I don't really care for button gradients. So I keep them solid. So I keep them the same color. And then this is the hover. So when you hover over a button, it can change colors. So you can change the colors for that. You can add, change the button text color. You can change all kinds of stuff. You can add a border, all of that. So this is where you would change all of those things and make the colors, match your theme if you were to change this color theme as well. So this is the option section. I know it probably seems overwhelming and like a lot, but it's a learning curve. But there's so much support videos besides them explaining everything what it is here. There are so many support videos here on every little thing, especially if you go to resource video tutorials. All right. So a couple of things I want to show you real quick. I'm not going to save these settings, is that we can build a page. So we're going to add a home page, kind of just show you real quick, kind of what you can expect. So let's say home page, right? And then you see it looks just like a Microsoft Word box. So if you want to actually use the Avada Builder or Avada Editor Builder, so you click here, click the backend builder, and then you can see here. So basically you would add a container, and in that container, you would tell it how many columns you need. Do you need one column? Maybe you're going to add, about yourself. Okay. So you would come in here, then we could add like a container here. See, everything's drag and drop. So we could put a column here and then put our title. We just add feature and we'll say, maybe we'll say meet Jacob Shireman. And then when you come in here, you'll notice that each element has the general information and then they have a design. So if you click design, I want to make it center, an H2 tag. Remember, you can only have one H1 tag per page. I can even customize the font there. So if I don't want to use the default H2 size, say I want to come in here and make it 46 pixels, you can do that. And then let's say I wanted to use the font overpass. I can do that. I can say, make it all caps. I can choose my font color. Maybe I want it to be blue. You can adjust the margins above it. So basically the spacing above it to the right, below it. So I don't want any spacing above it, but let's make at 25 pixels for that spacing. And then extras, basically this would be, you can make it animated as it comes in. Maybe it just fades. So maybe we'll just fade it in and you can make your page a little live. And so you could come over here, we could add an image element and then upload a picture of myself, okay, to that. And then once you upload an image, then you could come over here, say save, and then to save the image. And maybe I'm going to do some paragraph text over here. So I can say, hello world. And then you can write your biography. Bio goes here. And then again, the same thing. So if I scroll down, I can choose my alignment here, text flow. So it just goes like normal. If I want it to be centered to the right, justified, maybe I don't want it to show up on a small screen like a mobile device. This would be more like your tablet screens and then your desktop. Maybe I don't want it to show up. So that's how you can tell certain things not to show up, and can make different layouts for your mobile as well. Now this should automatically resize. Basically would stack all this on top of each other for a mobile screen. And so once we have that, we can literally just say save. The other thing too is, again, here is your design. You can choose your font, your color, all of those things. And then if you want to edit maybe the spacing here, maybe you wanted this to be a color, we could come here and say, I want the background color of this container to be blue. And then general, like, how do you want it to lay out? Do you want it to be centered on the page? You adjust all of these settings here of how you want the content to lay out. So this can be resized. Do you want any padding to space between the columns? Again, border colors, you can do border radiuses. I can make this curved. So maybe I want a curved box. So you could come in here and adjust the settings. So again, I know a lot of this sounds overwhelming, but it's not. So like background. So maybe this is going to be maybe my banner. I can make a banner. I can do a gradient. I can do an image. I can come in here and add a background image. And then once you add that image, you could do an overlay and then come in here and do this a little more transparent. So there's so much you can do with that, but just start clicking around, read everything, and you'll eventually get the hang of it because it's just about editing the things the way you want them. And then once you have this container, so this would be the About Me container, and then you can name the container as well, About Me. And again, there's all kinds of options for that container. Then you could do a container, I'm going to show my real estate services and then name it Real Estate Services. And you go here and put an image, a title, buyer, seller, leasing, things like that. You can add a featured image to the page as well. Here's individual settings. And then you would just publish the page and then you're good to go. So a couple of other things too is I showed you before, this is where you would add your menu items and then just select the pages in the orders that you want. The other thing too that is big for this is to just make sure that you're editing and taking your time. There is also another editor too. You can do the live builder. This is actually a lot of fun. So we'll just say okay to that. And the live builder basically takes you to the front end so you can actually see the page in real time and build it. So right now we see hello world and that's because I haven't set the home page, but you can actually come in here and start making adjustments. So let's go back. And then what I'm going to do real quick before we wrap up this video is we're going to come over here and basically we need to customize. If you remember this from our last video, we need to set the home page. So basically what we're going to do is home page settings, and then we're going to select, we'll add a home page. And so this will be our home page because this is basically showing the last post that was created. And great, now we can say publish to save those settings. And then what we can do is go to the home page. And what's great is you'll see these controls when you're logged in that you can quickly add a new page. You can edit this page. So if I wanted to edit this page really quick, I can just right click that, open a new tab, and then it's going to let me edit the page and do it like we were doing before. Or I can tell it I want to build the page live and I can edit live. Now this is a great feature if you just need to edit something really quick. You can edit it and then you can actually build each version. You can build your desktop version, your tablet version, your mobile version as you want. So we do the same thing. We're going to add a container, do 2 columns, and then we could come in and add an element. So we come in here and add image, and then there's our image element. There's our text element right there. And then literally I can just click in this box and say bio goes here. So you can start to see your page come to life, and then you can hover over things. So you can add another column here. You can add another element, below. I can come up here and tell that I want to add, see, I can add another container, but what I'm going to do is add another column, and then I'm going to drag it above. And then in that column, we'll do like we were doing before. We would just come create a title, and then you can see meet Jacob Shireman. And then what you can do is when you're editing your settings over here, you can see what it looks like in real time. So you don't have to save, refresh. You can literally center. I can say I want to use the H2 tag. Oh, that's too small. Let me go to 46 pixels. Oh, that's too small. Let me go to 72 pixels. Perfect. And then I want to make it all caps. And then I want my font color to be white because I'm going to edit this container. I want to edit this container to have a blue background. So I give me some color, and there you go. So then you can put your text in here like that. You can make maybe we didn't want to make the column or the container that color. We could just make the column that color. So we'd come over here, edit the column options, come over here and click that. And then right there, you can see what your website's starting to look like. You don't have to guess. You can just drag and drop stuff in there. Then we could add a button to learn more. And then we could literally in here, come over here, say learn more, and then we could link that to our About Us page. And you're putting your link, all of that. How do you want the button to go? Do you want it to be centered? All of that. And then once you're done, you would just click save. And then if we went to the actual website again, you would see those changes. So I know that looks archaic because we were just quickly doing things, but that is how you get started with Avada. Again, go watch some of the Element videos. I'll do some more stuff, but your best route is to take one of these pre-built websites that you like and start customizing that. And so that's what I wanted to show you today is all the different features and options. So if you figure out, oh, I don't want that to be blue, how do I change it? You know where to go. So you can edit each element by clicking the little pencil icon and then edit and go through all the design features as well. So I hope this was helpful. All right, so I hope that was helpful to kind of give you a general overview of Avada so it puts you on the right path to start building your real estate website. And if you have any questions about this, drop them in the comments below or grab my contact information in the description and reach out to me. And also, if you kind of want to take a shortcut with Avada, this is what I built my theme and course on for building a real estate website and sales funnel system. So the thing that I have that is DIY for you to customize yourself with step-by-step videos on going through the entire website and customizing it to your brand is available with a link below. You can get more information, see pricing, and even see a live demo of that if you want to take that shortcut so you don't have to think about laying out the website. So if there's anything else I can do for you, let me know. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.